Hello everyone, welcome back to another dive. It's been a while since I've gotten one of these up, and I'm going to, like I said, my update, I'm going to start filtering most of my thrifting out, since you kind of got a general idea of the common places I go to. So the idea with that in the future is if I go to new places or places I don't really get to go to often, I will record those, but you get the gist here. So like I've been doing recently, we're starting off with a lot of finds, and this game here is actually kind of weird because it actually has Miss Pac-Man on it, and this is one of my best finds during this time period. I'm really behind on doing these, so this is quite old. I believe this was around November, I believe, of 2014, but found a few games, and we got some guidebooks here, and I had to cut out the part where I showed the hardcover Watch Dogs limited edition guidebook there, because I was actually talking to my mom while I was showing it, and obviously my parents don't want to be in the videos of that, so uh, I apologize for that. But that black book is a hardcover, and while going through the cases here, there was a loose copy of We Fit here, which is the second time finding it, I believe. I believe in the previous video I also found a copy of We Fit. And I wanted to throw this in here, because it was really odd, because it's a foreign copy. It's a foreign copy, and I have no idea why they have it, and obviously why they didn't throw the game away, because while some 360 games are region free, and it is more common that Western games are region free, usually the overseas ones aren't. So I don't know if Battlefield 3's has any region free copies, so I don't know, maybe it was, but it seems really odd they would even take it, unless they didn't even really give a very good look at it and just looked at the cover, because I mean, if you don't really look at the weighting down on the bottom left, you wouldn't see anything really vastly different on the front cover. And it has a really nice middle piece, which I've only found a few like that, really big and bulky. They're not really thin and shitty like the ones in the Western version of Battlefield 3. I think some of the arcade cases have had them. They're really nice, and I just have my mind blown here that there's just this alternate foreign copy of this game here. I just like, and I believe it had Squire Enix listed on it, or maybe not. I don't. No, it has EA's logo on it, or maybe Squire Enix published. I don't remember. I know Square Enix does some of them. Some ad stuff here, and this was a GTA 5 guidebook. I have multiple of those actually. At this point, I only have one left now, but I had like 4 of them. Fantasy Life Standy here. I know a lot of divers were looking for this thing when they got removed from stores. That I still actually have that, and I've been debating whether I want to keep it or not. I was hoping to actually originally trade it with Tales of Tyler, but sadly he actually found one, so I wasn't able to do a little trade thing with him. And he's gonna stop doing dives soon too, which is a real shame. So this is my first time finding ad stuff, and it was really exciting for me. And at this point, I have like months, like almost like we're getting to like almost a year, kind of a half year of collecting the ad shit from GameStop here. It's kind of crazy at this point, but this was my first real haul of the ad stuff, and my goodness, it was just really exciting for me. And I had not gone to go through this box at all. In future videos of that, I don't really find them in the boxes anymore, and I don't know if because the staff at the GameStop I go to have changed, so I think they just get rid of the box and then they just pile all the posters in the dumpster now. But they, for a good while though, they were just putting them in the box and throwing the box out. So, but we see a nice lot of ads and all the little stuff that you pop out on some of the small ones. I edited that out. Now here was one of the first things I thought was really stupid right off the bat. They never opened this bag. This bag was sealed. They never opened it, never used them, and threw them away. Never fucking even opened it. Never even used one of them. And they threw them all away. And I'm trying to figure out what it is, because I was, I'm not as familiar with how all the ad stuff as I am now. But these are how those cubes, all those flimsy little cubes come for them. And be honest, sadly, they're made very fragile. So usually the employees whip them up when they throw them away. The ones that you actually use, you get lucky if only a few tabs got whipped off, not like half the thing or something. They'll play violent with them. Sometimes you're lucky they just throw them like as the cube, and if you're lucky they don't get crushed by anything if you check it frequently or just happen to check at the right time. But I still actually have these too. I've put one of them on my shelf, which should be the one I'm putting together right now. You should see it sometimes in the corner of some of my videos, sometimes in the top white corner sometimes. Not in full though, you'll probably usually only see like the bottom left of it. But I think there was like 5, 6 of these in that bag, so it just, I don't know. And at the time I had no interest in Destiny at all. I mean, the only reason I was getting Destiny was just so I could play with 2 of my friends, the notorious Pixie Tales, and my friend Matt in Utah, which when I went to Comic-Con, I got to hang out with him. But I actually decided to keep the cube after playing Destiny. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but I am a moderate fan of it now. That and cut out some more of the stuff being thrown away. Yeah, they were leaving a lot of this punched out crap in the boxes a lot. But now that they don't really seem to put them in the boxes anymore, it seems like a real tragedy. Now, there was one of my really nice finds, and I debated about keeping that one, and I decided to sell it to someone who actually offered $5 for it. I usually just sell them, these, what I've been doing for is $1 or $2, and if the person buys a lot of them, I'll even, say that one could be free, or you can have 2 free, or something that to be real nice about it, because, I always like that. It's probably was this box originally that I've been stuffing all the ones that I've been keeping in hopes of being able to sell. And the box is like practically completely full now. It like has a half year's worth of ad material. It's really crazy. Because what I've been doing is whatever I don't think would interest people, I give them a lot of duplicates to a mom and pop store for a few games. So that gives them some ad material to, hang around the store, and I get a few games for it, along with a lot of cases and stuff. So, I mean, I've only been keeping stuff that I think somebody might be moderately interested in. And what I'm looking to do in the future is if I get an opportunity to go to a flea market or something, to maybe try and see if I could sell them for, $1 each or something, kind of go in the way that large quantity, really cheap. But, now, sadly, a lot of these had these little circular stickers. They like using those awful, like if you go to a GameStop and you ever have one of those jackass employees that put that circular sticker on your case of a opened game all the way in that, my god. The employees learn, like any new employees learn real fast to never fucking do that with me. Like, seriously, to never fucking do that with me. The goo residue that shit leaves. The last person who did it got real lucky because he actually got off and it didn't leave any residue, so he got lucky. because after the one guy did that to my copy of um what was it, the one with the pointy with the red scarf? It's a platformer in the Sky universe. I can't remember. It's something like something about Hero or something. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But he put one of those on. And I took it off, and it just left all this giant sticky fucking circle all over it. I had to completely change the fucking case out with another one that I didn't like as much because of it. And it really fucking pissed me off. So basically, any of them that do that, and I tell them not to, and they do it anyway, I give them bad weighting because I asked them not to. I asked them nicely not to. I mean, I can understand some people might think that's a jackass move, but I don't like GameStops doing that. I came to buy a fucking new game with a decent case and shit, not have fucking sticky crap all over it, you know. Ugh. We're going into a rant here, aren't we? But if you're lucky, sometimes they'll just have the little plastic hooks, which, in my opinion, ain't always as bad if you're careful. You don't want to whip them apart so fast because those little hooks do obviously get tangled with each other. But there's some nice ads here, and see, stuff like this, like the top part, you can chop off and use the top part as like a little mini poster and stuff. You can do a lot of nice stuff with this. The mom and pop store, I've been giving a lot of ones that I either think aren't as interesting or have lots of extras of. My goodness, they got so much GTA 5 crap from all of this. But they really like been giving them to customers in there, and that's really like, it's ironic that this mom and pop store is basically doing what I complained that GameStop should be doing with them. And oh yeah, that was, you can see me just get all wait for it. Yeah, I was like, yoink. Yeah, that was mine alone. That was a wondrous feeling of finding something you really, and that's what I really kind of like about doing the dumpster diving thing is you never know what you'll find sometimes. I mean, there are some really odd surprises that sometimes meet you besides just finding a bunch of ads and stuff. There is some obscure things that oddly get thrown away. I mean, I found a pair of winter gloves in there that I donated, but I don't know what GameStop does here. They're just crazy in my opinion. I don't know. But at this point of obviously this video going to be coming out in 2015, as you can see from the publishing date. But like I said, this was from around November, and then I've been meaning to get time back to getting these together. And that's kind of the reason I'm gonna cut out thrifting, is because one reason is because that there isn't, in my opinion, as much interesting happening in them, and I can just show off anything interesting in my normal update videos like it used to. And well, you've seen all the locations, so here, like I did before, we're just gonna fast forward through all the cases and that. Again, feel free, if you see anything you're interested in, feel free to hit me up and ask me if I have it still, or if I find another one, if you're interested in it. I have, I have most of the ad stuff I still have, but the cases get traded out often. But stolen cases I find often, so those, it's still worth asking, or you can also ask me to keep an eye out for something. But overall, that's all the finds, and the rest of this is just, all the cases, looking through all the stuff for that. So at this point, I'm just going to continue ranting on about what's been going on and what's to see in the future with the diving. Of course, there's going to be more ad stuff. Should be, I'm not sure actually if I did a recording video of the GTA 5 standee I found, actually, now I think about it. I should just take a picture of that, but at this point, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably would be shocked to think I found a Final Fantasy Type Zero standee, and it wasn't used. All the pieces were just laying in the dumpster, but all the parts that get punched out, like, because in between the kill, those arms and stuff, there's a lot of white spots, or they'll uh, outlining that's supposed to get popped out in there because it's a multi-layer standee. They never used it. They never put together to begin with. So they got this standee. They took it out, looked at it, and I guess they're just like, fuck it, I'm not putting it together, and threw it away. I'm lucky that as far as I could tell, I found all the pieces to it, and it looks real nice. And I'm definitely keeping it. It's just really nice. I know a viewer of mine said he would love to have it with his, I think his Final Fantasy 14 standee. I think he had for the Realms Reborn. I think he said, if it wasn't that, it was probably a 14 one. But I think it was a Final Fantasy 14 Realms Reborn standee. And there's been no real shortage of cases. It has been a lot slower for some of the weeks lately, and I think that's because, when I started doing this, it was the holidays, and, GameStop's doing all this shit to drive people to sell them stuff, and buy shitloads of stuff, and to fucking have so many ads for GTA 5 and everything, and all the hype shit for Christmas and stuff. So I think it slows down more, but there have been some good days, but there have been some really slow days too, So I definitely look forward to when it starts getting around fall again, because if my hunch on that's correct, then it should again be very because for a long time here I was just every trip would be like a whole fucking container of cases. Like at this point, as I shown in one of my videos, I've cleaned up a lot of them, and I have quite a collection of spare cases. Hell, I'm to the point that I have so many spare cases, I can afford to be even more super picky. And I think I mentioned this last time, where I was just keeping cases, unless they're like DS cases, well, I don't have as much of a big choice with. But I mean, like with the 360 Wii and PS3, I can afford to be so picky to just only take the ones that are in good condition with no stickers on them, because they're at the point where they're literally taking in games and just throwing the cases out immediately and putting them in a dump bin. So there's a lot of cases like that. Whew. And it has been a lot warmer, so I haven't been needing to dress up in a giant bulky coats and hat and everything. So that's been a lot better too. Because I mean I tell you, around December and January, it was pretty cold. And this was the other dive video here where we got to see the guidebooks in it. This particular part of the dive was the first time I believe I found any 3DS cases, which I was shocked. I was like, y'all are throwing 3DS cases away? And I found, not lots of them, but a fair amount of 3DS cases at this point. And, I mean, if you go into GameStop, at least the ones I'm at, I would think most are probably pretty similar. But there's a lot of the generic cases in those stores, so it's pretty clear that they're away getting with lots of 3DS games, and I'm sure they're going to start. Really, I personally feel like at this point, they're really away kind of pushing DS out the door. They don't keep any. I have not seen any GameStops that keep any DS cases anymore. They're gladly taking games still, but for the most part, they're putting a lot of them in their little dump bin thing for like anywhere between $1.99 to like $9, depending on the game. And it's pretty. Well, also, somebody asked me about organizing. Like they were doing this stuff, and like, how do I organize a lot of crap I keep? Get one of the cardboard shelves. You can either ask the employees or the manager of your store real nicely, because sometimes they will actually let you take stuff, or they'll keep it for you. That if you ask, as you might, if you're a long-time viewer, might have heard from when I got the Persona Q poster. But I got lucky in one of my dives. There was a two-sided cardboard shelf thing that was for headsets, and it is most excellent for storing a lot of cases and artwork I want to keep, and the guidebooks I found, and a lot of other random crap. Uh, Originally, I was using a lot of oldie boxes because if you notice in a lot of these videos, I have all these cases in oldie boxes, and I was originally using all the boxes to keep a lot of this shit organized, and they're a lot more bulky and take up more room. The shelf is vastly been more organized, so I've been shifting over there. I also have a whole box full of tons of new stuff to take to a mom and pop store to sell and hopefully get something decent for it again. The last set I got 3 games. It was like, I can't remember, was it like $29, $35 or something? It was, my dad was just like, wow, I can't believe they gave you that much for a bunch of stuff you literally just found in the garbage. It's it's hilarious. That dude, I believe his name was, that dude Cork. I keep telling him he should go to mom and pop stores, because apparently he has a lot of cases and stuff that he doesn't personally actually want, or in a lot of his videos he's been passing up a lot of cases. I told him, you should go to mom and pop stores, but I believe he said something along the lines, there ain't a lot of mom and pop stores around his area. That's definitely something I recommend if you're in my situation with like a lot of nice ad stuff and you got a lot of it, or extras and cases that you're not interested in. That some of these mom and pop stores are interested in this stuff. I mean, obviously it depends on who they are and how much they care about collector kind of mindset. Collector, or trying to think it'll add more money to the price tag for them. I mean, whatever. But go ask. Don't just simply throw them all away. I mean, obviously, if you can't find anyone who wants to buy them to get mailed to them or anything, then, obviously you can't do a whole lot with them. But there are people out there who want spare cases, especially stuff like PSP and DS. I want PSP. I want PSP. I feel so sad missing out on a PSP ship here when I need so many PSP cases. So sad. But there's a lot of people who want DS ones. I've been keeping all my DS ones because I know that ship's gonna start ending here. So I hope you enjoyed the dive, and I hope you look forward to more. I'm sorry there hasn't been a lot on my channel lately. It's all Bloodborne's fault. Thank you. May the good blood be with you. Praise the sun.